Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing. It's very dark, as you can tell, it's really bold. You know, the seasons are changing, so that's my makeup, so that's my mood. For some reason in the fall, I love wearing more, more moody makeup. And by moody, I mean I love wearing burgundy colors, I love wearing dark browns, and just in general, I love wearing darker colors. I don't know why is that, it's just fall gives me those vibes and I love it. Anyways, I hope you guys like the look, and without losing any time, let's go ahead and move on to the tutorial. Every time that I'm wearing long earrings like this, I always feel like doing this. I don't know why, but it feels great. I'm gonna start off with my primer. This is the In Transit Camera Close-Up Mask, Moisturizer and Primer in One by This Works. I have this sample size here, and this feels like a very thick cream. I definitely like giving it a few minutes to set into my skin before moving on to the foundation. And it smells like roses. For foundation, I'm gonna mix my Rimmel Match Perfection in shade Ivory with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in the shade Shortbread. I got this mixture on the back of my hand. This is probably a little bit too much. I probably won't use all of these, but I'm gonna take my Real Techniques sponge and I'm gonna apply that on my face. And I like going with the thin layer first, and then if I have areas where I need a little bit more coverage, I'm going with the second layer. This way I'm avoiding having a lot of product on my face, which looks better, especially in sunlight. And I'm gonna take a face brush like this, and I'm gonna bring, oh, this is going to be difficult with these earrings. I'm gonna bring some of that foundation down my neck, so that, you know, I don't have any difference between my face and my neck. Alright, now I'm gonna brush my brow hairs upwards, and I'm doing that using a clear brow gel. This is going to keep them in place for longer. It's just gonna lock them into a position that I want, because I have a bit long brow hairs, and if I don't set them with some clear brow gel, they like moving all the time. So yep, that's how I like to control them. And now I'm gonna fill in my brows using some brow powder. This one is by Sigma. I'm gonna start off with the darker one from the duo. And I'm gonna use that to outline just the down part of my brow, like this. And then I'm gonna switch to the lighter powder here and fill in the rest of my brows. I'm gonna brush through my brows with some more clear brow gel. Now I'm gonna carve out my brows with a very light shade of concealer. This one is by NARS, and this is going to highlight my brow bone while cleaning up my brows. 2 in 1, saving time. I'm gonna use my finger to blend out that concealer, but I won't bring it on the eyelid area here, just diffusing any harsh lines that I may have created with it. Alright, and for primer, I'm gonna use this one here by Fenty. I've been actually loving this a lot. I feel like it gets really nice and sticky, it keeps my eyeshadows in place. A little goes a very long way, and also it doesn't feel drying, which is great because I usually have pretty dry eyelids, and this feels great on them. Alright, so our base is all nice and ready. Now let's go ahead and move on to the fun part. I want to do something similar to the colors of the wine. I don't know why, that's how I'm feeling today. I don't drink wine, but I like the colors of it, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve the exact colors that I have in my mind, but I also want to do a very fall inspired look. So I want it to be vampy, I want it to be dark. On the eyes, I decided to use something a little bit more affordable today, and this is the I Heart Revolution Violet palette. I think that it has really gorgeous colors inside, so let me find a blending brush first. So I'm gonna take a nice big fluffy brush. This one is by Zoeva, it's the 227. And I'm gonna start off by using this shade here. Now, my eyelids right now feel very sticky because of the eyeshadow primer and the concealer. So I'm gonna start off by pressing that eyeshadow in my crease, building up the color. And then using small circular motions, I'm gonna start diffusing it. Just really gently, really light hand. Now let's go ahead and add some depth using this shade here. Look how pretty it is. It's a very nice burgundy color, and I'm gonna use the Morphe M506 to add it in my crease and also in the outer corner of my eye. I'm gonna switch to that bigger Zoeva brush that I used at the beginning and diffuse any harsh lines. And I'm gonna go back and apply one more layer of that burgundy shade just in the same places that I applied it the first time. So crease and outer corner. And diffusing everything out once again. And now I'm gonna pick this darker shade with the same brush. This is going in the outer corner of my eye, just so that I can create more dimension, and also slightly in my crease. Okay, so right in this area here. Blending it further into the crease, making sure that I diffuse any harsh lines. I'll use this very almost white eyeshadow to highlight my brow bone. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Now I'm torn between using glitter in the inner corner of my eye, right here, or skipping it. I really want to add some shimmers, but I am kind of worried that this is going to be too much. I don't know. I think that glitter is too beautiful to be skipped. Okay, so I'm gonna use some. First, I'm gonna start off using my NYX glitter primer. I'm gonna add some of it in the inner half of my eyelids. Right, and on top of it, Superstar Loose Pigment by Colourpop. The shade is called Typhoon. It's so beautiful! I'm using the one side of the brush to apply my glitter primer, and then I'm using the other side of my brush to add the shimmers. Just a quick lazy girl hack. I think that it was a great idea adding those sparkles on the eyes. I don't regret it at all. I'm gonna also create a winged eyeliner. I'm gonna go with the NYX Epic Ink Liner. Now I have some foundation under my eyes. I'm gonna remove it before going with my concealer. And I'm also going to show you one trick, but you can also now clean up your eyeliner here if you did any mistakes. Why my eyes are so watery today? Ugh. And now the trick that I want to show you is you can get some eyeshadow primer. I'm using the one that I used on my eyes, the Fendi one. And I'm gonna add a very small amount under my eyes. Right here and in the areas that I know that my concealer is creasing. So it's basically here and here. When I smile, my skin kind of creases here. So I'm gonna add some of that eyeshadow primer, blend it out. And it's important to use a small amount. Make sure that you don't go like crazy with the eyeshadow primer. I'm adding the eyeshadow primer so that I can prevent my concealer from creasing. And for concealer, this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla. This is one of my all-time favorite concealers. I'm running out of it. I gotta get a new one, but it's a great concealer, you guys. I'm setting my face with some face powder. I'm using the by Terry Hydra powder. Just taking some on my brush, and I'm focusing that powder on the areas where I'm gonna apply my bronzer, my concealer, not concealer, contour, sorry. Yeah, so that they can go on smoother. So I'm avoiding the area under my eyes. This palette here is by Motifs. It's their 3-in-1 contour, bronze and highlight kit. And I'll pick this shade and I'll contour with it. I like taking the lighter shade from this palette and, you know, further blending in my contour up to my cheeks. To add some color to my face, I'm grabbing this palette by Yayy and I'll use the shade called Sunkissed. This has small shimmers in it. It's not like absolutely matte, but I think that it looks beautiful on the skin. However, if you have more texture in the area where you're applying your bronzer and you want it to be as unnoticeable as possible, you might want to go with a matte bronzer or maybe a cream one. Now I'm gonna smooth out that concealer under my eyes. Ow, ow, woo! My nail touched my eye. And now that I'm smoothing my concealer, it feels way more sticky and way more kind of set into the skin. By tapping it with my fingers are actually taking away some of the excess product. So I have less product under my eyes, which means less creasing. Alright, and to set it in place, I'm gonna go with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I haven't used that for so long. Ooh, look at that. This is way too much. This is better. This is how much I need. I'm loading my brush with that darker color that I used on my eyelids and I'll smudge it along my lower lashes, but I'm gonna keep it just in the outer half, right in here. Blend it out a little bit with a clean brush. I also really quickly off camera added some falsies. Well, it was not really quickly because let's be honest, lashes take a while to be applied, but I always say that falsies are optional. If you prefer not wearing any falsies, just don't do something that you don't feel like doing. It's that simple. Now I'm gonna tightline my eyes. Let me just find my pencil. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. waterproof metallic liner in the shade Amethyst. I'm gonna keep it again just in the outer half of my waterline. This is actually a very dark purple liner, so I think that it's very suitable for this look. And I also think that purple is very suitable for those of you with brown eyes. I think that it makes the color of the brown eyes really pop. Okay, what we have left? Some highlighter. Can't skip that. I'm gonna go with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. Next, I'm gonna spray my face with some MAC Fix Plus. This is going to kind of melt the powders into my skin and it's gonna give me more natural looking skin. I mean, you're still gonna be able to see that I'm wearing makeup, but the situation is going to be just a touch less powdery. Lining my lips with the lip pencil by Yayy in the shade Aubergine. And then for lipstick, I'm going with one by Colourpop in the shade Hutch. Alright, and this is our finished look. Now the last thing that you can do is spray your face with some setting spray. I'm so happy that I added those sparkles on the eyelids. I feel like this look would not be the same without them. I think that they made a huge difference. I'm also really happy with how the colors came out. I really wanted to go with that wine color, like dark, like burgundy slash purpley kind of shade. And this is the first fall inspired makeup that I'm doing this year. I also want to do something with more like burnt orangey colors, and I also want to do something with dark browns. So let me guys know what you think about that. Let me know if you would like to see something like that, and if you have any ideas of a look that you want me to create, just let me know down in the comments. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy watching this video. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to press that bell button right next to the subscribe button, because that way you're gonna be notified whenever I post a new video. You can go ahead and check out my Instagram. I post some extra makeup looks there, so if you're interested in seeing them, go and follow me on my Instagram. You can also check out my Facebook and Twitter. All of the links down in the description box. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye!